Better than 50,000 inside the Rogers Center for opening night here in Toronto, and they are as excited about this Blue Jays season as they have been in a very long time. Gives you an idea of how good the American League East really is. This Blue Jays team is off to a good start. They really get a lot of fan support during the offseason, and largely because of the way they played in the second half of last season. And John Farrell, of course, the manager of this Blue Jays team. They got some young players, some exciting players like Brett Lawrie and others that we will see here tonight, Jerry. And the Red Sox badly need a win, but they're coming in here to a tough situation, a very loud building.
Well, a very tough situation, especially after yesterday's loss in Detroit, coming in for opening night here in Toronto. And it certainly looks like baseball is back, at least for now, in Toronto. This is the way this ballpark used to be every single night, filled to capacity.
They are revved and ready. The Jays take the field. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off in center field. A little bit looking normal lineup, a little more so than yesterday. Pedroia is at second base, Adrian Gonzalez at first base, Kevin Youkilis at third base in the cleanup spot with David Ortiz at DH. It's Cody Ross in left with Brian Sweeney in right batting seventh. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching, bats eighth, and Mike Aviles is at shortstop. Had a great day yesterday. He bats ninth as tonight the Red Sox are dealing with Henderson Alvarez. Last year coming up was 1-3, and that was in 10 starts for the Blue Jays. Hoping to stay the entire year this year for the Jays. He logged 63 2/3 innings, and opponents hit just 262 off Alvarez as he gets the nod tonight. The Blue Jays come into tonight's action with a 2-1 record.
The Toronto defense is brought to you by the new film from 20th Century Fox, The Three Stooges. Toronto's made 3 errors in their 3 games. Brett Lawrie will be at third base. Yunel Escobar the shortstop. Kelly Johnson at second, and Adam Lind, the first baseman. Left to right, Rajay Davis, Colby Rasmussen, Jose Batista, and J.P. Arancibia doing the catching for Alvarez.
Umpiring crew tonight, Marvin Hudson has got the play calling balls and strikes with the crew chief Tim McClellan at first base, Ted Barrett at second base, and Brian Runge is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, the roof is closed here at the Rogers Center. Relatively comfortable temperatures today, somewhere in the 60s during the day, but early on in the season, more nights than not, this roof will be closed. Certainly cooling off in the evening as Jacoby Ellsbury gets ready to get it started. He is leading off after one day of batting in the number 2 spot in the Red Sox order. Alvarez ready, and the first pitch of this one is going to miss for ball 1, and we're underway.
Pretty lively fastball right out of the chute at 96 miles an hour from Alvarez.
2 for 13 start for Jacoby Ellsbury. Chopper to first that is handled by Lind. He'll take it to the bag, 1 down.
The Red Sox have faced Alvarez only once before, and then nobody has more than 3 at-bats against him in a Red Sox lineup tonight.
Dustin Pedroia batting. .231 average with an RBI. It's 3 for 13 out of the gate. Oh, a frustrating day yesterday for the Red Sox offense. You put up all those runs and all those hits, Jerry, and every time you look up, the game's either tied or you're behind, and should have won the game at least twice.
Yeah, exactly right, Don. You know, where you get feeling good about one part of your game, the offense, so the pitching lets you down. Yesterday was one of the most unbelievable games I think I've ever watched.
Incredible. Adrian Gonzalez with his 2-run home run at the time. With the Red Sox on top 9-7. Seemingly it was the end of the day. Far from it, as it turned out. Pedroia slaps it foul. 97 on the gas that time from Alvarez.
And a lot of the scouts compare Alvarez to Felix Hernandez.
Quite a comparison.
Of the Seattle Mariners, and that is quite a comparison. Fastball, curveball, slider, cutter, and change.
He's 21 years old. Turned 22 in a week. He's from Venezuela. Pedroia staying alive. experience that he had last year in the big leagues with the Jays. We mentioned the 10 games. That's all the major league experience he has. He's been in the organization since '07. His 0-2. Look out. Pedroia almost ducking into it.
Well, some type of off-speed pitch right there that got away from Alvarez at 86 miles an hour.
They play for Pedroia to go the other way. The center fielder Rasmus into right center. Pedroia will foul it back here. Pedroia powered up against the Blue Jays a year ago. 5 home runs in the 18 season series games against the Jays. And of course, he had a career high 21 home runs overall last season. Chopped softly to third. Laurie, a couple of crow hop steps, and there's 2 down.
Now that fastball there had velocity and also some movement to it. A sinking fastball that time to Pedroia. As you can see it coming back toward his hands. And the little tap to third base to Brett Laurie.
2 outs in the first, and Adrian Gonzalez bats as part of our key matchup. Brought to you by your New England Acura dealers. 471 here in the friendly confines of the Rogers Center. Players talk a lot about the backdrop here. Very good batter's eye. And this is flipped to left down the line. Rajai Davis won't get there, but it's a foul ball anyway, just outside the line. But yesterday, Adrian Gonzalez connecting for his first home run of 2012. Tie game at the time, 7-7. A blast, and Red Sox had a 9-7 lead. Turned out to be not enough. Jerry, you take a look at this batter's eye here in Toronto, and it's as dark as it gets. Pretty good view.
Well, I always liked the dark, the black in the background. Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium used to have that, and you really see the ball well coming out of that type of backdrop.
Gonzalez thought about it. Did he go? No, says Brian Runge, third base umpire. Nice start for Gonzalez, 5 for 13. And the Red Sox faced a very impressive Detroit Tigers team. Granted, the Red Sox pitching was not spectacular in the series, but the Tigers certainly were. It's 2-1 late, and a foul ball off to the left. Sounded like a broken bat, and is.
Well, right now Alvarez having a difficult time getting his off-speed pitches over the plate, but no problem with the fastball.
Bobby Valentine was certainly impressed with the Detroit Tigers, no doubt about that. I think the rest of the league will be too. Two-two pitch. It's away. Aaron Sebia tried to bring it back to the corner. And it's a full count.
There's that changeup again at 84 miles an hour, missing again outside.
Swing and a miss. Alvarez sends the Red Sox down in order. The Jays are coming up in their home opener. Sox down in order. The Blue Jays are coming up. Their lineup is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Yanel Escobar at shortstop, leading it off with Kelly Johnson at second base. Jose Batista is in right field. Edwin Encarnacion is the DH with Adam Lind at first base. Brett Laurie at third base. Rajai Davis in left field. JP Aaron Sebia does the catching. He bats eighth, and Kobe Rasmus is in center field. He bats ninth. On the mound for the Red Sox, Felix Dubron winning the job in spring training after some tough numbers last year. 6.10 earned run average in 11 appearances for the Red Sox. Opponents were hitting at .316 against Felix. Of course, began the year on the DL, and this is why he made the rotation during the spring. 1-0, 2.70 earned run average, 10 Ks. And the most impressive was his game pitched at George Steinbrenner Field against the Yankees in 8 shutout innings against the Yankees regulars. And that certainly opened the eyes of the Red Sox coaching staff. And here he is, the 4th Red Sox starter in the rotation. Here's Yunel Escobar as he takes ball 1. Escobar making his way from the Atlanta Braves to the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 for 19 start for the Blue Jays shortstop. So on the corner, and it's 1-1.
You can expect the fastball from Dubron to be in the low 90s. He'll turn it over, try to sink it a little bit. The breaking ball and the changeup.
Escobar last year 3rd among major league shortstops in on base percentage, 367 on base percentage. Led all American League shortstops in walks, despite playing in only 132 games last year for the Blue Jays, but relatively patient hitter. Fouled off to the right, and it's 2-2 to Escobar. Well, Jerry, we got to look at this Blue Jays team during the spring in Dunedin, and they are improved and improving, it appears, as time goes on.
Yeah, no question about that, Don. They've got some very talented young players and some pretty good pitching to go along with that. I would expect the Blue Jays to be very competitive this year.
Chop foul, and we'll do it again. 2-2.
And one thing that wouldn't hurt the Red Sox would be the fact that they get a good long start from Dubron in this ball game tonight. Bullpen has been beaten up, obviously, and nothing makes the bullpen look better than a good long start from a starter.
Yeah, your good long guy in Vicente Padilla went 4 innings yesterday,
right.
Not available today. Two from Felix. Tap foul. You saw John Farrell a moment ago, and you know, Jerry, look at last year's team, and right out of the gate we noticed Farrell very aggressive. Kind of wondered what kind of manager he'd be. We knew what kind of pitching coach he was firsthand, but very aggressive on the base pass.
He changed the culture of this team last year. You know, they were a team that always kind of relied on home runs, and offensively it really wasn't getting the job done for them. We saw him hit and run. We saw him sacrifice a lot more than other teams in the past.
Jenny Dell will check in on the progress of this Toronto Blue Jays team coming up. And what they're trying to accomplish this year, their thoughts, goals. Always tough American League East. DeBron trying to put away Escobar here, the first batter for the Jays. Another foul ball.
It's a good at bat right here for Escobar, the leadoff hitter, making Dubron throw a lot of pitches in the opening act.
Bobby Valentine was pretty honest about his estimation. Had no preconceived notions coming into spring training about Felix Dubron one way or the other. For years, the organization talked about he was going to be a starter eventually. For Bobby Valentine, he was just another pitcher until spring training rolled around, and he really impressed Bobby Valentine. And that is why he is the number 4 starter on this team and here tonight. To center field, Ellsbury comes in and makes the catch on the sinking liner for the first out.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They have made 2 errors in their 3 games. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Mike Aviles the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Cody Ross, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Ryan Sweeney, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Dubron.
Finally 1 out. And a sinking liner caught by Ellsbury. A pretty big battle put on by Escobar, as Kelly Johnson is the batter. Turned out to be a pretty good catch.
It did. A sinking line drive off the bat. Yunel Escobar, and Ellsbury got a very good jump in center field to take a base hit away.
That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Kelly Johnson now at second base. Aaron Hill had been here for the previous 5 years. Johnson a .357 start to the year, 5 for 14. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Good breaking ball there by Dubron.
Here's what's coming up tonight during tonight's game. Check in on the Twitter followers inside the Sox clubhouse here at the Rogers Center. Get a look at what it looks like right here. And Jenny Dell will preview the start for Daniel Bard here tomorrow night, game 2 of the series. Lots of stuff going on this opening night in Toronto. As far as the Twitter followers go, there are several Red Sox who tweet, and we'll find out who the largest followers. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off at the dish by Johnson. 30-year-old broke into the big leagues with the Atlanta Braves and Arizona. And part of the deal that involved John McDonald and Aaron Hill. Going to Arizona. Kelly Johnson comes here to Toronto, and last year with the Jays got in 33 games after the trade, hit .270. Holds up, and it's a full count. Another lengthy at bat here.
Saw Lamakia there give that one finger down with a wiggle. He wanted the sinking fastball inside that time against Kelly Johnson.
I saw the one. I was wondering about what the wiggle meant.
The sinker.
Just missed, and down to first goes Johnson. Jose Bautista has been incredible numbers-wise. There's no doubt about it. But right now, he is about as big a fan favorite here in Toronto as they have seen in some time.
He was really the whole pregame show.
I mean, it was an opening ceremony, but it really was the Jose Bautista show.
It really was.
Several videos, and most were of him. In there for strike one.
He has faced Dubron 3 times with one hit. That one hit, a home run.
This has been a phenomenon that's taken place just over the last couple years, really beginning in 2010 for Bautista. As he grounds what could be 2 to Pedroia to second for 1, on to first for 2. Dubron not impressed with Bautista as he gets him to ground into the double play. Scoreless after 1. Kevin Youkilis opens up the top of the second inning. Scoreless from Toronto. It's Youkilis, Ortiz, and Cody Ross face Henderson Alvarez, who had a very impressive first inning. There's a grounder on a couple of hops to Escobar at short, and quickly 1 out. One down, 4 in a row. Retired by the young Blue Jays starter. There's David Ortiz. He was in the cleanup spot yesterday, drops down to 5th today, and just trying to split up a couple of the lefties for Bobby Valentine in a new looking lineup, and there'll be more to follow. Into the full shift go the Blue Jays. Blue Jays do it a little bit differently as they move their third baseman to the right side of the infield in the shift.
Yeah, Brett Laurie is out in short and right field. They take their third baseman and put him out in that position.
Ortiz takes the strike, and it's 1-1. A lot of the Red Sox players who tweet on a regular basis is David Ortiz. Picture taken from earlier today, signing some autographs here at the Rogers Center. He's got over 227,000 followers, you might imagine. Big Papi. We will tell you later if that leads the Red Sox. It's been a nice start for David Ortiz. 5 for 12 in the early going. The slimmed down Big Papi, who came into spring training in outstanding shape and has kept it up. It's away and it's 3-1. Cody Ross did not start yesterday. Back in the starting lineup today and in left field. Ortiz going the other way on the ground for a base hit. Nobody on the left side with a shift on, and David is aboard, first base runner of the night for Boston.
Well, we've seen Ortiz do this quite often in the first 4 games of the season. Take the ball to the opposite field. Gets that sinking fastball at 93 tailing away from him. Does not try to pull it, just takes what they give him, and he picks up the base hit with 1 out here in the second.
Fared well against Toronto last year. Hit .328 in the 18 games against the Jays. And .375 right here at the Rogers Center. So this is a comfortable place for Big Papi. There's Cody Ross. After a spectacular spring offensively, just a 1 for 9 start for Ross during the regular season. It's tied up inside at 95, and it evens the count at 1-1.
Very impressed with the fastball so far from Alvarez. I mean, he's got the good velocity and he's got very good movement with it.
His 25th pitch of his outing is a one-hopper to short. Escobar to second for 1, on to first, and it's in time. It's a double play. The wraps up the second inning. No score from the Rogers Center. 12 double play packs. Create your own unique package by pairing seats for an exciting summer weekend day with a game early in the season. Get your double play packs tickets at redsox.com/double play. Bottom of the second inning here in Toronto. Edwin Encarnacion, the DH, to lead it off for the Jays. Jerry, you and I get to a lot of these backroom places here at the Rogers Center in Toronto, like the clubhouse. We go in here every day, but not everybody gets to see it. Next inning, we're going to show you the Red Sox clubhouse here in Toronto. Have you ever wondered what the players see when they come in? This is exactly what they see. We're going to see the whole thing, but not till next inning. This one is fouled off to the right, so you have to wait.
I'll be looking forward to that, even though I've already seen it.
Yes. You and I spend a lot of time
in
on those steps.
On those steps.
Those steps are where we sit most of the time.
Yes. Get off your feet a little bit, sit down, and you see all the action going back and forth.
Every year they put in new carpet. It's comfortable. It's clean. That's a strike over the inside corner to Encarnacion.
Now at the old clubhouse, they used to have this area where as soon as you walked in, where they had all these, like, cookies and candies, and
you stole a bunch of them.
Oh,
every day. The worst was that cake thing they had. You would kill that every day.
I love that cake.
Yeah.
I'm not a big dessert eater, but I love that cake.
You thought nobody was looking, and then you just shove it in your mouth. But I saw you more than once. The 2-2. That is outside. DeBront going to throw 18 first inning pitches, walk to batter, but get a big double play grounded into by one of the game's best, Jose Bautista. It's already his 3rd full count. Bob McClure knows that. To right field. Sweeney started in, now goes back, recovers, and makes the catch. His first step was in, but it's out number 1 of the second inning. Well, you can win a free pair of Red Sox tickets on Wednesdays by being spotted enjoying a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee at participating locations. Go to DunkinDonuts.com/Caught to learn more. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents in Massachusetts or New Hampshire. 18 or older. For a full set of official rules, visit DunkinDonuts.com. One out for Adam Lind. Lind last year hitting 20 home runs for the third consecutive season. Despite playing 125 games last year, his lowest total since when he broke into the big leagues. Does not have a home run so far this year. He's 3 for 12 out of the gate. Had some lower back problems last year and spent time on the DL. That's in there for strike 2.
That's the breaking ball there from Felix Dubron. Lefty against lefty, going to the off-speed pitch.
Three members of the rotation looking on to the fourth guy who has got himself strikeout. Striking out is Lind. First strikeout for Dubron.
Looks like this might have been a slider from Felix Dubron. As he slides it away from Lind, Lind could not hold up. Saltalamacchia applies the tag, and the Red Sox get the second out.
2 down for Brett Laurie. This is the most exciting young player the Blue Jays have. And we got our first look last season. He had 6 home runs in August and just really exploded onto the scene. Reminds a lot of the people up here in Toronto of the kind of spark that Dustin Pedroia provides on a daily basis. That kind of competitiveness as he takes a pitch outside. Jays fans very excited about him.
Yeah, I would say next to Batista, he is the second favorite of the fans here in Toronto.
Sharply hit on the ground and a base hit. He'll take a wide turn, kind of twisted his ankle around the bag at first, but he's aboard with 2 down in the second inning.
Brett Laurie all over that fastball from Felix Dubron. Of course, on the carpet here at the Rogers Center, gets through the infield very quickly. As we watch him around first base, a little trip as he goes by first base, but looks like everything's okay.
Two outs, Laurie at first, and Rajay Davis, the speedster, stands in. Former Oakland Athletic. He's been here the last couple seasons with the Jays. He can flat out fly. It's just a matter of getting on base for Davis. He'll take strike 1.
I was watching Laurie down there at first base. He has got a real big lead at first base. He's got almost both feet on the carpet area of this turf. But that was probably a one-way lead leading back toward the bag, but he's out there again. That's a good size lead.
Dubron notices and fires over. Fair to say 1 foot in, 1 foot out is
that's what they used to say, yeah.
But he's both out.
I feel like I was lost if I was at both feet out there.
You're in no man's land.
Shorten it up a little bit right now.
Davis will take a ball, and it's 1-1. Only 82 starts last year for Davis, but he still racked up 34 stolen bases. Led the club, and he finished 7th in the American League in that category. Another check on first, and back is Laurie.
Once again, that time increasing the lead by just a little bit. Dubron sees that. The throw to first base.
Dubron and Saltalamacchia trying to get on the same page here. 2 outs. Laurie at first base. Up and away, and it's 2-1. Felix Doubront liked his chances coming into spring training, starting in this rotation. He came in very competitive, and the chance to talk to him late in spring training, and he hadn't been told yet, but he was pretty sure even then that he was going to be in the rotation, and he was right. Laurie back to the bag at first.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a pretty good read on the move by Doubront. Doubront does not have a great move to first base.
Seems like it's slow in developing.
Excellent observation, Don.
If this play-by-play thing doesn't work out, I will become an analyst. 2-1 is outside.
See, there's the problem right there, though. He used a slide step that time, and that is very difficult to get a jump on. There's a slide step, and what I mean by that, no high leg kick, just kind of slides it along the ground. And that makes it a little quicker to home plate.
Popped up. Saltalamacchia racing over. So's Gonzalez. Adrian, nobody gets it. Both had a shot, neither come up with it, as they stand side by side at the railing.
Now, the guy that really had the best chance at that, to me, seemed to be Gonzalez. Very tough play for Saltalamacchia. Takes a peek, see how much room he's got. And really, if Salty was not there, Adrian may be able to have got that by going one step further and backhanding that ball.
So instead, another chance for Rajay Davis. 2 outs here in the second. Laurie will be off at first base this time. Davis to right center. Shallow. Ellsbury cutting over. Will put it away to end the inning. When we come back, we'll check out the Red Sox clubhouse here in Toronto. Right through that door. Top of 3 back at Rogers Center in Toronto. Both teams with a hit, no score, as Ryan Sweeney leads it off here for the Red Sox in the 3rd inning. Henderson Alvarez. This is inside and evens the count of 1-1. Ryan Sweeney, after a pretty quiet spring training, had a very good start to the year. 5 for 11. He'd gone 0 for his first 14 out of the gate during the spring. Got a little bit heated up towards the end of March, and he's got it going here at the right time. Slaps it foul, and it's 2-2. The center fielder Kobe Rasmus plays Sweeney to go the other way. He's step or two towards left center, and it's on the ground at third. Tough hop. Laurie stays with it, and his throw is in time. Got enough on that throw. Sweeney got down the line well, but Laurie gets him.
Yeah, generally, you know, when you get a left-hander like that hitting a ball at third base, there's a lot of spin on it, and it looked like that was the case here for Laurie. Fortunately for Laurie, the ball did not go very far from him, just 2 steps, and he's able to come up throwing the first base to get the out. Ball bouncing on that artificial surface makes it a little bit easier. Nice stretch at first base by Adam Lynn.
1 out for Jared Saltalamacchia. 143 start for Saltalamacchia. 1 for 7 the numbers. Only 1 hit for the Red Sox through 2 1/3. David Ortiz singled in the second. There's a foul fly down the left field line. Laurie going as far as he can, but no play. We are here at the Rogers Center in Toronto on opening night for the Jays. Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, and Jenny Dell bringing you Boston Red Sox baseball in high definition and Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound on NESN. Coordinating producer of Red Sox baseball is Russ Ken. Senior coordinating director Michael Narachi. And our associate producer is Jim White. Glad you've joined us tonight for the Blue Jays home opener, the Red Sox 4th game of the 2012 season. Still looking for their first win. There's strike 2. This has been an impressive outing in the early going for Alvarez. It's 2-2 pitch. Well, all of us here at NESN and the Red Sox want to send a shout out to all of Red Sox Nation, Mr. Bobby Dorr. You know, Bobby and his sister Dorothy watch every Sox game from their home in Junction City, Oregon. We also know the Red Sox Hall of Famer celebrated his 94th birthday last Saturday. Hope it was a great one. Hope you're doing great, Bobby Dorr. To center, diving is Rasmus to make the catch. Nice play by Rasmus, laying it out on the field turf for out number 2.
Now Rasmus was shaded a little bit toward the opposite field and has to go a long way to make this catch. See where he started out from. Now he goes into the dive, the backhanded catch, and is able to hold on to the baseball. Right in the webbing of the glove.
2 down, and Mike Aviles stands in. A big day yesterday. It's a fly ball down the right field line that is headed foul. Jerry, we have some bad news. We're going to have to push out our clubhouse tour to next inning. The game is dictated. It's going to take a little while to see all the clubhouse, and we're just going to have to wait.
Yeah, it's not just something you can squeeze in 5 seconds.
And we don't want to rob the fan of the full experience. Say the third out happens, and then we got to go to break. So. Stuff on the field. Recent tweet from Mike Aviles. Hoping everybody had a good Easter yesterday. Aviles will foul it off at the dish, and he's down 0-2. Seemed as if the Red Sox on a couple of different occasions were going to enjoy their Easter, but worked out 4 hours and 45 minutes later that they really didn't. One and 2. Alvarez looking at the landing area. That last delivery, a little bit of a slip. His 40th pitch of his outing is strike 3. Aviles goes down on the K, and it's the second strikeout for Alvarez. A long awaited tour. And we come back scoreless. Last of the third inning back at the Rogers Center. Felix Dubron back on the mound. JP Arancibia takes strike 1. 1 for 12 out of the gate for the Jays catcher at 0-83. It's 0-2. 2 base runners for the Blue Jays for the first 2 innings. Walk for Kelly Johnson in the first, a single for Laurie in the second. The only hit allowed by Felix Dubron. It seemed difficult really to have much of an opinion about Felix Dubron coming into the spring because we just didn't see a lot of him.
No, this is really new territory for a lot of people, you know, including Felix Dubron. But the fact is we did not see a lot of him during spring training.
That's strike 3. Second strikeout for Dubron. All right, Jerry, here we go.
All right, here we go. Right down the steps.
Down the steps to the left.
Make a left.
Coaches, trainers to the right. New carpet, as you can see. The scheduled batting practice. The board. Where am I hitting? some drinks, and then into the Red Sox clubhouse. Now, this is one of the smaller clubhouses, like hallway-wise.
Yeah, this gets very crowded when all the players get in.
But look at this, Jerry.
What?
Further down, there is fruit. This is how we roll now. There is fruit in the Red Sox clubhouse. Watermelon. You keep going down to the end of the clubhouse, and then you'll take a quick right.
Right, and a hard left.
The video room area is over here. Guys watch the video, the laptop. You can watch any pitch you've ever faced against any pitcher. Then out the door. And here you go.
Right down the steps.
You'll be taking a right up here. Follow the path. Walk with me. You may want to take a couple of hits here on the batting seat first. And right down into the dugout. That's virtual. I did it twice today. The 0-2 is lined into right center. Through into the gap. Rasmus can run, and he's thinking 3. Pedroia's throw to third will be late. Triple for Rasmus on a gapper into right center.
Well, he has already ignited this crowd with a fine defensive play in center field, and now the 3-base hit. Looks like a cut fastball away that he hooks. And of course, on his carpet, it's got to get by the outfielders in a hurry, and he's thinking 3 bases right there. The relay, the throw, not quite in time.
One out. Rasmus at third base. You look at center fielder for the Blue Jays, you think, well, the speed for Rajai Davis, he would be the normal center fielder, but now you know why. Rasmus has got good speed of his own. He's in center for the Jays. Top of the order, Yunel Escobar bats, lined out to center field, first time up. Infield coming in quickly. That's that motion thing that we saw in spring training where guys just start running in. They don't start.
Well, the whole idea of that is to try to fool the third base coach and runner. They start back, and then as the pitcher starts to go into his set position, then they'll start to come in, and they hopefully will catch that guy at third base going on a ground ball to the infield. Bobby Valentine likes that play, uses it quite a bit. As the first thing the third base coach says to the runner, all right, infield's back, any ground ball you're going except one back to the pitcher or maybe to third. Then they see the infield in, they got to change directions in a hurry.
Full-fledged gathering at the mound. Everybody coming in. I want to remind you to be part of the action. Get your sports news, statistics, and insight on your favorite hometown teams on boston.com/sports. Bobby Valentine is trying to get the attention of the left side of the infield. He's pushing them back, keeping the right side in, at least halfway back. Orchestrating all this from the top step of the dugout. Down and in, and it's 3-0.
And the reason he pushed the shortstop back a little bit there is because of the 2-0 count, figuring that the hitter right now, Escobar, is going to look for something that he can pull.
Most times it is the bench coach or another coach who handles the defense. So far we've seen it's Bobby V. .3-0. That's ball 4, and the second walk given up by Dubron. First and third, one down for the Blue Jays as they threaten here in the third inning. Kelly Johnson walked in the first. Jenny Dell talking to John Farrell of the Toronto Blue Jays coming up next half inning. Pitch in there for strike one. Red Sox infield double play depth with one out. Rasmus at third base, Escobar at first base. Johnson, a broken back, a jam. Dubront's coming home with it and safe. Here's Rasmus at the plate. And somehow got in. The Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead.
I have no idea how Rasmus got in because the throw looked like it was there in time to get him. I was getting ready to say what a great play by Dubront. But apparently the slide was away from Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia was out in front of home plate. He was pointing for Dubront to throw to second base. And when he receives the ball, you can see that Rasmus is already by him. Instead of being on home plate, he was out in front of home plate. Watch the positioning of Saltalamacchia. He's pointing towards second, like go to second. And then that opened up a lane for the runner to come in a slide and touch home plate.
More stuff has been thrown on the field in right center. That security headed out to grab some of that stuff. Bobby Valentine actually noticed it from the Red Sox dugout.
And you know, it was actually Dubront that made the right play there because there's no way they were going to get a double play.
So not only did Saltalamacchia not block the plate, he cleared the zone. And allowed Rasmus to get in.
Watch Salty come out behind the plate and point towards second. Go towards second. He's out in front of home plate. That opens up a lane that Rasmus can get by and tag home plate with his hand. The Red Sox really had no chance of getting a double play on that ball.
Now Bautista takes ball one outside. Bounced into the 4-6-3 double play in the first inning. He has one home run so far in 2012. Broken bat, fly ball to right center. Sweeney makes the catch. Escobar bluffs and draws the throw, but doesn't go anywhere. And there's two outs. Second time the Dubront's been able to get Bautista. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of historic milestones, and now our hometown team has reached one of its own. Congratulations on this special anniversary from one Boston institution to another.
Now Dubront has Bautista 0 for 2 so far in this game. This toward the end of the bat for Bautista. Fastball down a little bit off the outside part of the plate. And a very good pitch there by Felix Dubront. Stayed away from the power of Bautista.
2 down, 2 on, and Edwin Encarnacion, the batter, he lined out to right field. He's the Jays DH. And it's down and in. Felix Dubront last year with the Red Sox for 11 games, all out of the bullpen. 6.10 earned run average. It was not a pretty year out of the pen for him. Line to the left, a base hit. Escobar be waved around. Throw is cut off, and the Blue Jays take a 2-0 lead.
Now Escobar Encarnacion off to a very good start this season. Picks up his 4th RBI. Breaking ball down and in. Line drive to left field. Cody Ross with a throw in, but it's going to be cut off by Aviles. And a 2-0 lead for the Blue Jays.
So 2 down, 2 on. And Adam Lind, who was a strikeout victim in the second inning. One of 2 Ks for Felix Dubront, gets his second look at the Red Sox left-hander. That's strike one. Jays have 3 hits in the game, and 2 of them have come in this inning as part of a 2-run inning. This next pitch will be the 20th pitch of the inning for Dubron. 18 in the first, 19 in the second, and this will be pitch number 20 of the third. It's 1-2. These two teams will meet 18 times during the regular season. Red Sox won the season series last year 11 games to 8. John Farrell in his second season likes the team that he's got and really feels they can compete. We'll hear more about that from Jenny Dell next inning. 1-2 is outside. They're trying to do what the Tampa Bay Rays did a couple years ago. That's really changed the culture of things around here, and Blue Jays starting to buy in. Makes it a little scarier.
Quite a noticeable difference in the pace of the 2 starting pitches. Dubron very deliberate, taking his time. Alvarez gets the ball and lets it go.
Chopped right side. Pedroia play the high hop on the turf, and it gets him to end the inning. It is 2 runs for the Blue Jays, a 2-0 lead. Jenny Dell will hear from John Farrell when we come back. Top of the 4th, Blue Jays have taken a 2-0 advantage as Jacoby Ellsbury in the top of the Red Sox order leads it off here in the 4th. Alvarez has faced the minimum through the first 3. Did give up a base hit, but that was to Ortiz, and he was quickly erased on a ground ball double play for Ross. It's a fly ball to deep left field. Rajay Davis goes back to the track. Out number 1 of the 4th inning. Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Don, the Blue Jays sold out tonight's home opener in less than an hour, and second-year manager John Farrell said that the expectation level has not been this high in nearly 2 decades.
I think if you were to ask any athlete, their personal expectation is always going to be higher than what the public perception might be. And that's not to say that external expectations are a bad thing. I think then you're starting to see that people are paying attention, they care, there's a passionate group that's following us. I don't think what's on the outside really is affecting, the way guys go about their work internally here.
After another disappointing hockey season with Maple Leafs fans chanting "Let's go Blue Jays" during one of their final games of the season, Canada's biggest city is hungry for some success. Don, after the Blue Jays top the spring training standings with a 24-7-1 record, there's a growing belief and hope that the Blue Jays can become the talk of the town.
There's no doubt about it. Anytime you're at a Leafs game, the Leafs here are like the Red Sox are in Boston, very similar as far as their nation and how they work. And I'll tell you what, Jerry, I mean, it's amazing that fan base is continuing to stay as upbeat as they are. It's hard not to make the NHL playoffs, and they have been out now for like 7 years.
Is that right? It's been that long?
Yes, it has been
7 years. Wow.
A long time. So right at the end of the year when they were calling for their coach to be fired, they were also chanting "Let's go Blue Jays." It's not good if you're at a hockey game. This is to right center. Rasmus is back there with room and time, and there's 2 down. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. So 2 down in the 4th inning, and this has been impressive so far, watching Alvarez work. We were told we'd be impressed, and so far we are. Adrian takes ball 1. Well, Tom Caron will update us next half on Yu Darvish making his debut for the Texas Rangers. This pitcher to come from Japan. I don't know if you've seen much of Darvish, Jerry, any video, but he appears to be a lot further along than Daisuke was when he arrived. A lot more power stuff, it appears, than what Daisuke had.
Something that the Texas fans have been waiting for a long time. They've been pretty exciting about the signing of Darvish, and he must have impressed Nolan Ryan, because Nolan's not just going to jump in the pile and get somebody that he doesn't think is going to be able to win for him.
Got the whole posting fee thing. This one fouled off, and it's 2-2. Blue Jays in a shift for Gonzalez like they do Ortiz. A little closer on the infield for Adrian. Ball 3.
Everything away, as you can see, with the exception of one pitch in this at bat to Gonzalez. Outfield shading the opposite way, infield to pull.
Ball 4, and the Red Sox have a base runner. First walk given up by Alvarez. It's a 2-out walk in the 4th inning. Here's Kevin Youkilis, who had the day off yesterday. 0 for 9 to begin the year. Strike 1. Mentioned Alvarez, 21 years old. Comes the youngest Blue Jays pitcher to ever start a home opener for Toronto. Previous record held by Jerry Garvin, who was 22 back in 1978.
If I'm not mistaken, I think on their opening day in 1978, it was snowing at the old ballpark, Exhibition Stadium.
They played the Tigers, that's all I know.
Yep.
Did you see snow at Exhibition Stadium?
Did not see snow,
No.
but a lot of cold weather.
Youkilis fouls it off to the right, and it's 1-2. I want to remind you to watch every game night at midnight. The Sox latest matchup, we played in a convenient 2-hour format. Sox in 2, presented by Ace Ticket. Great seats at great prices. I am told you liked Exhibition Stadium. You were a .324 hitter in Exhibition Stadium, so you must have liked it.
Well, it was like playing on concrete. I mean, that surf was so hard. Just put the ball on the ground and go.
1-2 pitch is low, and it's 2-2.
Plus, it didn't hurt that the Blue Jays at that time were an expansion club.
So you took advantage of some of their weak pitching, is what you're telling me.
That's exactly right.
Two-two to Youkilis with Gonzalez at first. Bet you didn't know this. Maybe you do. There's only one other stadium that had a higher average in than Exhibition Stadium. Any ideas?
I have no idea.
I think you had the first stolen base there ever. It's no longer with us.
Seattle?
Yep, Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty good there, too.
Another place that had a carpet.
3-2 is on the ground, foul outside of third. Ellsbury flied out to begin the inning. Pedroia the same. Adrian Gonzalez walks, 2 out, runner at first. Red Sox have had only 2 base runners, and so far nobody has visited second base. Good at bat, turned in by Euclid.
He's getting that pitch count up a little bit right now for Alvarez. Alvarez now at 59 pitches on the night.
Ortiz hoping he can get a chance here in the 4th. 60th pitch for Alvarez. Euclid fights it off.
I'll tell you, it's pretty tough to gauge that fastball. He's got a lot of movement on that fastball. I mentioned it a couple of innings ago. The last one at 93 miles an hour was up in the zone, but still, watch how much it comes back in on Kevin Youkilis and really ties him up.
Ninth pitch of the at bat. It's a fly ball down the right field line, foul ground, and it'll get foul. Going hard. Wow. It was Bautista into the short fencing down the right field line.
Bautista really never had a chance on this play. He just goes into a slide, and lucky he didn't turn an ankle as he slides and pops off the wall. That would have been a freak injury right there on a ball that he really had no chance on.
Chop left side. Laurie's got it. He'll spin and fire, and that'll do the inning. 3.5 in the books from Toronto. It's 2-0 Jays. Find out more at easternbank.com. Bottom of the 4th inning back at the Rogers Center. It's 2-0. Blue Jays on top as Brett Laurie, the recipient of strike 1 from Felix Dubron. Laurie with a single in the 2nd inning. One of the 3 hits the Blue Jays have on the night. Off the end of the bat, foul. Again, we'll get a game break from Tom Caron, an update on Yu Darvish's first major league start. Will be after this batter. This one is fouled off, and it's 0-2. Another young Blue Jay, Brett Laurie, 22 years old. And certainly what they love about him here in Toronto is that he is Canadian-born, Langley, British Columbia. Last year, he started the year at Single A Dunedin. And quickly to Vegas, AAA, and then to Toronto for 43 games. Had 9 home runs in 43 games. He was a Brewers first-round pick and was traded for Sean Markham. You may remember during the offseason last year. 1-2 and a check swing in the dirt.
You're just joining us. Let's look at that first run for the Jays, and let's see if the runner does get the plate. Rasmus, the runner, coming in, sliding in. Does he get his hand on the plate? His feet are not. Apparently, unless he got the back of it right there. Looks to me like he got the back of the plate, Don. Certainly not the front of it, and he didn't get it with his body.
Hand back left corner, I think.
That's what it looked like. And a tag appeared to be on his back.
Swing and a miss. Felix Dubron picks up his 3rd K. And there's 1 out in the 4th inning. It's time for a game break. And Tom Caron, TC. right, Tom, thanks very much. Everybody kind of wondering how that would go, and not a great start for Darvish. Hector Noesi is making the start for the Mariners. He was part of the deal for Pineda, going from the Yankees along with Montero in a big deal. And of course, Pineda begins the season on the DL for New York, the toughest trade that maybe Brian Cashman has ever had to make. And we'll see how that pans out for New York in the end. It's Rajai Davis with one out. It's strike two. DeGrom just picked up his third strikeout, getting Brett Lawrie for the first out of the fourth inning. A wild swing and a miss for Davis. Back-to-back Ks now for DeGrom. 2 down.
Very good curveball that time too by DeGrom. Probably the best one he's thrown so far in the game tonight. So all 4 strikeouts tonight for Felix Dubron. The first one coming on looked like a slider. There's a curveball for a strikeout. Fastball that was tailing away, and then back to the breaking ball. Probably the best one of the night for Dubron.
J.P. Arencibia, one of those strikeout victims. So he went in the third inning swinging. This will be the 70th pitch of the night. And it's a swing and a miss, 0-2. DeGrom really getting into a rhythm right now. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 3 2/3 deep. 2 runs coming in the third inning. Arencibia has a home run. He hit it on opening day. It was a 3-run shot and gave the Jays a 7-4 win against Cleveland. The 1-2 pitch. That'll miss. 2-2. As you saw, Jenny Dell will be along next inning, and talk a little bit about the start for Daniel Bard tomorrow, the anticipated start for Bard. He's excited about the start, but I think most people right now in Red Sox Nation, Jerry, would prefer to see him at the end of the game.
I think if you took a poll right now, yes.
We took a vote. 2-2. It's fouled off.
Bobby Valentine stayed away from that today. He didn't want to put any more pressure on Bard than what there already is going into his first start tomorrow.
It's tough enough that you are getting your first start when
everybody else wants you in the bullpen.
I've heard other people want you other places. They want you, just not really where you are right now. Pitch is outside, 3-2. Now, if he goes out and pitches well and is a very good starter, first few starts, everybody will forget that.
And especially if Aceves saves it for him.
Ball 4. 2-out walk. Arencibia down to first. The Bruins' quest for the Cup begins Thursday night against the Washington Capitals, and the game is on NESN. The Instigators will get the night started with a playoff preview themed show at 6, followed by 60 minutes of pregame coverage before the puck drops at the Garden at 7:30. Visit NESN.com/Bruins for more playoff coverage. 2 outs in the fourth inning. J.P. Arencibia at first, and here's Kobe Rasmus, who tripled in the third inning and scored the first Blue Jays run of the night, as he takes strike one. And here's a look at the whole first round schedule for the Bruins. NBC will have the second game, then NESN games 3 and 4. NBC with the fifth game, and then if necessary, last 2 games of that series. It's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. (12 of 18) first pitch strikes for Felix Dubron in his outing. He's now ahead of Rasmus, 0-2. Elevates and he doesn't chase.
Now, up to this point, this has been the second best start the Red Sox have had. Certainly John Lester on opening day, and now Dubron tonight.
Popped up as he got jammed, but it'll get back and out of play.
That's a good pitch by Dubron. Remember last time up, Rasmus kind of reached out over the plate and had himself a triple. This time Dubron comes right in on the hands and gets him to foul the ball back.
Aaron CB, a relatively short lead at first to the catcher. Ground ball to first, nicely picked to the backhand by Adrian Gonzalez as he tags the bag to end the inning. We'll talk Daniel Bard with Jenny Dell when we come back through 4-2-0.
Go back to the bullpen have been affecting him.
It's 2-0 Jays on top of the Red Sox, and it's on to the 5th inning we go. David Ortiz, Cody Ross, and Ryan Sweeney. Henderson Alvarez has surrendered 1 hit through the first 4 innings. Red Sox have had just 2 base runners. The other walk for Adrian Gonzalez. Otherwise, Henderson Alvarez has been dominating. His team has 2 runs for him, both coming in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Last start for Alvarez against Boston, September of last year. So no decision, a 1-0 win for the Jays. Turned out to be an 11-inning game. He pitched 6 innings, no runs, 4 hits, and had 4 Ks. Ortiz with a shift on will be out number 1 of the 5th. Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, as Daniel Bard prepares to make his first major league start, you may be wondering if all these questions surrounding if he's going to go back to the bullpen have been affecting him.
Not really. I mean, it's still, I know I'm going to get that start. They're going to hand me the ball tomorrow no matter what. So until I'm approached, by the coaching staff, front office, whoever it is, I'm not expecting that to happen. But if it does, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Bobby Valentine expressed confidence in the bullpen, saying, "I just need to manage it better. I don't think the deck has to be totally shuffled. We got the arms out there to do what we have to do." And Jerry, he believes he just has to get the guys in the right position.
And that's exactly what Bobby was saying this afternoon. And finding the right position is having success. And you first put a Severs in the closer's role. You hope to get a success immediately from him to give him the confidence he can do the job. You try Melanson there yesterday. That doesn't work. So you're still searching. But to me, it's the same 2 guys, really, and hope that they get hot.
Got a feel for Bard a little bit, Jerry. He's been under a great deal of pressure right from the beginning of spring training. All spring training, he was asked every day, are you going to be in the rotation? Have you heard anything yet? Have they told you yet? Do you know yet? And right up to the end, it was, no, I really don't know. I'm still going to try to do this. And now it's gone from that to, when are you going to be the closer?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's something different now, but it's something every day for Bard. He's had to answer questions that he's not had to answer before.
It's like you've been a position play your whole life, and then all of a sudden you go to spring training and you want to try out to be a pitcher. I mean, it's been weird. It's been a wacky spring for Daniel Bard.
Two pitch, 70th for Alvarez, and he kind of spun there at the end of his delivery. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Fifth full count for Alvarez as 1 out in the 5th. And a 3-2 to Ross. Line into center field, a base hit for Cody Ross. Second hit of the game for the Red Sox, and their first since the second inning.
And that's the second time tonight that Cody Ross has hit the ball hard. Unfortunately, the first one ended up in a double play, but that was a rocket. And this is a rocket up the middle for the base hit. Fastball at 92 miles an hour, taken right back over the shoulder of Alvarez.
Well, I mentioned earlier, coming up, we'll find out who has the most followers on Twitter among Red Sox personnel. Pretty impressive list. As Ryan Sweeney stands in and takes strike one. Sweeney grounded out to third baseman Brett Laurie in the third inning. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, the Red Sox have one walk in this game. And that's not something Alvarez does much of. He walked more than one batter in only one start of all of his starts last year. He averaged less than one walk per start. To left, Davis has it bending away, and it'll be a fair ball. It is a ground rule double as it jumps up into the seats, and Sweeney will be at second base. Ross at third. That just kept bending away from Davis, and it lands fair and into the seats. So second and third now with one out.
And Sweeney continues to swing the bat well. 4:55 coming into the game. Game 4. Slicing the ball down the left field line. One bounce into the stands. So the bottom of the Red Sox batting order trying to get something done here in the 5th inning. Cody Ross off at first base, making sure first of all it's not going to be caught. He knows that. And continues on to third base, but then held up by the umpire right there, the ground rule double.
Second and third, one out. And Saltalamacchia with a chance to do some damage. He grounds down to first. Lynn will tag the bag and hold the runner at third. So a big out there for Alvarez. Starting down the line was Ross, but then he stopped as Lynn got to the bag quickly and would have had to play at the plate too.
Yeah, I think Cody Ross made the right decision right there because the ball was hit hard and Adam Lynn got on that very quickly, and he may have had to play at home plate. Watch Cody Ross at third base. Infield's playing back, but then he sees that the ball gets to Lynn quickly and he stops. So the Red Sox do not get a run on a ground ball to the infield that time.
Second and third, two down, and Mike Aviles the batter. There's strike one. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch away, and it's 0-2.
You might see another one like that too right now, even a little bit farther away. Slider that Aviles did not look very good on. Backside did not stay in on that pitch.
Second and third, two down. First real threat for the Red Sox tonight. Here's an 0-2 to Aviles. On the ground softly to Laurie at third. He'll go to first. Alvarez, he is out of the jam as quickly as he got into it. Halfway through, find out who leads among Twitter followers after this. We'll look forward to Daniel Bard's first Major League start. Don't miss it beginning tomorrow morning at 6 right here on Nesson and on 93.7 FM WEEI. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0. Blue Jays on top of the Red Sox. Anderson Alvarez just getting out of a second and third one-out situation. As Felix Dubron on the mound for the 5th, dealing with the top of the Blue Jays order. Miguel Escobar is lined out to center and walked in 2 plate appearances tonight. That'll drop in for a strike one. foul tip. Talked all about Alvarez and his age. Felix Dubron's only 24 years old. Currently the youngest player on the Red Sox roster. He's the youngest member of the Red Sox, youngest Red Sox pitcher to appear a game in 2011. And the third youngest player overall to be on the roster last year. Jose Iglesias younger at 21. Yamaica Navarro at 23. That just missed. Salty thought they had it, but it's 2-2.
Here's the play that ended last inning. Again, he goes back to that slider as we expected. A little tap to third base. And that second and third situation goes by the boards for the Red Sox.
Swing and a miss. Ends up getting Escobar in the end. 5th strikeout for Felix Dubron.
El Dubron again going to the breaking ball, but keeping it away from Escobar. Down and away. Excellent pitch by Felix Dubron.
One out in the 5th. 5 Ks for Dubron. Kelly Johnson, the batter. Jay's second baseman. Johnson a walk in the 1st. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Here are the leaders. How about that? David Ortiz number 1. John Henry is number 2 among followers. Kobe Ellsbury, Carl Crawford, John Lester, Cody Ross. I am Cody Ross. And Andrew Bailey. And we tweeted to the fans very shortly after his injury saying that he would be back. There are the other players who are in the list. Darnell McDonald in the mix. Ryan Kalish. Chris Carpenter there at the end. One, two. Line right back where it came from into center field. Kelly Johnson has got his first hit of the night. 3rd time, though, he has been aboard.
A walk, a fielder's choice, and now this base hit up the middle on the breaking ball from Dubron. Kelly Johnson doing a nice job staying in it. That's a pretty good pitch by Dubron. Down and away. It was low, but he reaches across the plate and slaps it up the middle for the base hit.
Jose Bautista just realized his bat was broken as he was digging in, and now he's going to go back to get a new one. And going to get his bat ready, allowed to do so by the home plate umpire Marvin Hudson. He has had no success tonight against Felix Dubron. Bounced into a 4-6-3 twin killing in the 1st. Flied out to right in the 3rd. Dubron up to his 90th pitch coming. Fouled off to the right, all geared up. It was Bautista.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And we'll look at the 2 outs that Bautista has made tonight. Ground ball away from him for a ground ball to second base, and then away from him once again. So in 2 at-bats, Felix Dubron had stayed away and had success with Bautista.
High, and it's 1-1. Well, the first couple of years not so successful for Bautista. Good, but not great. Not until really 2010 when he turned it all around. And since then, home run wise, he has been incredible. Check swing foul. He's 31 years old, from the Dominican Republic. And he takes ball 2-2. There is action. Scott Atchison is warming, and it looks like behind him Justin Thomas has started to throw as well.
And the pitch count creeping up closer to 100 right now Felix Dubron. A lot of pitches through the 4+ innings.
Very close, and Dubron wanted it badly.
He wanted that real bad.
Turned his back on the plate after not getting the call.
Let's see what the Amica pitch zone says. This had to be very close. Oh, right at the bottom of the strike zone. Nasty pitch.
So now instead, it's a full count, and Saltalamacchia is going to go out and try to calm him down.
Yeah, he was pretty hot. He was real hot after that non-strike call. And you better gather your thoughts in a hurry when you got this guy at the plate.
Well, tomorrow night after Red Sox first pitch, stay with us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Eck, Jerry, and Jenny at 6:30. Daniel Bard will make his much anticipated debut as a starter for the Sox, opposed by Kyle Drabeck for the Jays. Live coverage of Game 2 of the series begins tomorrow night at 6, and it's only on NESN. Bautista will line it foul. .43 home runs last year for Bautista, 54 the year before. Led the league in home runs and led in walks. Edwin Encarnacion waits on deck. One out. Kelly Johnson at first base. Jays batting in the 5th. Popped up. Youkilis, third base coach's box and beyond, makes the catch. 2 down.
That's really a good job there by Dubron. You know, he's got Bautista thinking all day long about the pitches away from him, and then he drops a slider inside on his hands. Everything away from Bautista. Now watch the last pitch. Cut in, and he pops it up. That's probably the first pitch that he's seen inside all night long.
Two down. Johnson at first, and Encarnacion the batter. A wild swing and a foul tip. Lined out to the right fielder Ryan Sweeney in the 2nd inning. Single to drive in a run in the 3rd. Framed by Saltalamacchia, but it's ball 1. One and 2, and we're pitch away from 100 for Felix Dubron in his outing. Will equal his career high. Major League starts for him. His first 3 career games. He's 2-1 with a 4.11 earned run average. All of those came in 2010. Everything in the majors with the Red Sox last year was in relief. 2-2. Last start, he threw only 78 pitches in spring training. Runner goes. There is strike 3 to end the inning. 6 strikeouts for Dubron. He is through 5, but it's the Jays who enjoy a 2-0 lead from the Rogers Center. Top of the 6th inning, it's 2-0. Blue Jays on top of the Red Sox. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off and taking strike 1. Ellsbury is grounded out to the first baseman and flied out to left. He's 0 for 2 and 2 for 15 to start the 2012 campaign. Ellsbury batting second yesterday, where he did quite a few times during the spring. But back to the leadoff spot tonight. This one fouled off to the left. Action for the Jays for the first time. Darren Oliver, a veteran left-hander, former member of the Red Sox and a lot of other teams. Alvarez at 81 pitches. One and two. Chopped off the plate. Alvarez stands at the top of the hill and throws out Ellsbury. Nice play, never easy when you're backpedaling up the hill. If you're just joining us, back in the third inning, the first run coming in for the Blue Jays, and a play at the plate. And just getting in was Kobe Rasmus. They would get 2 runs in the inning. It's been well pitched. Anderson Alvarez working 5 1/3 so far, and Felix Dubron has been very good as well. Up those 2 runs in the third inning, but that's been it. As you look at his line, 101 pitches, and he really handled one of the game's best. Jose Bautista showing great poise against him. Bautista 0 for 3 against Dubron. And you got to like what you've seen for the most part tonight, Jerry, from Dubron.
Absolutely. I thought it was the second best outing the Red Sox have had this year. The only problem is the high pitch count here, fairly early in the ball game, but look composed out there. Did a very nice job, I thought, in this ball game tonight.
Dustin Pedroia 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third base, flied out to center field. Red Sox have been held to 3 hits. David Ortiz a single in the second, Cody Ross a single in the 5th, and then Sweeney followed it up with a ground rule double in the 5th. Red Sox had their best chance in the 5th. Now Pedroia sends one deep and far to deep left center field. Back goes Rajay Davis at the wall. It's gone. Dustin Pedroia hits his first home run of the year, and the Red Sox are on the board.
Well, Dustin Pedroia predicted this afternoon that he was going to go to the moon tonight, and he does go to the moon on a high fastball. Supposed to be away, it stays inside, and we all know Pedroia can handle that pitch. And as soon as Alvarez let that go, he knew he had trouble because he did not hit his location. Wanted to go away, stayed inside. Pedroia picks up his first home run of the season.
I totally forgot about the moon thing. I was supposed to yell La Luna. I was late.
La Luna?
La Luna, that's what he wants.
Well, he said this afternoon he was going to the moon, so.
La Luna! Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2012 season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Remember in spring training? Going over my home run calls and what he wants.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
I'll give it to him.
There it is. I was just late. Like 40 seconds late. There we go. You ready? High drive. Deep left center field. La Luna. So maybe you'll hear the replay and not the real thing. Two-1 is grounded into the shift. Third baseman Laurie throws out Gonzalez. 2 down. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Which Venezuelan-born pitcher has the most wins in Major League Baseball history? I'll have the answer for you a little bit later. Felix Dubron done tonight, 101 pitches. Congratulations from Beckett and others during this inning. Atchison had been warming in the pen as Kelly Shopik over to hand out his congratulations to Dubron. It's away, and it's 1-1 to Youkilis. Just on the corner. Kevin thinks so. 1-2. Pitching line brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. 5 2/3 for Alvarez. He's giving up the 1 run, the home run by Pedroia in this inning. In the air to right center field. Back goes Bautista. Still going. He'll get there. On to the warning track to make the catch. Dustin Pedroia cuts the Blue Jays lead in half with home run number 1 of the year. Sox, as Adam Lind will lead it off for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 6th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Scott Atchison into the game, warming up for the better part of the last inning and a half. And into the game, and evens the count at 1-1. Atchison, part of the 13-man pitching staff that the Red Sox broke spring training with. Strike 2, 1-2. Atchison, as you saw, gave up a run in an inning and a third of relief Saturday at Detroit. First action of the year for Atchison. This is game 2. And on a 1-2, it's fouled down the left field line. Amazingly, Atchison had 6 different stints with the Red Sox last year in his second year in the Boston organization, and had a career best 3.26 earned run average. Ten times lasting more than an inning, and on 3 occasions went 3 innings last year. Still 2-2. It's time now for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question: which Venezuelan-born pitcher has the most wins in Major League Baseball history? Freddie Garcia, 145 victories. Garcia is one of 5 Venezuelan-born pitchers with over 100 career wins. Johan Santana, Carlos Zambrano, Wilson Alvarez, and former Blue Jay Kelvin Escobar are the others. Both starting pitchers tonight from Venezuela. There's strike 3. Atchison able to get Lynn for the first out of the 6th inning.
Now, quite a few strikeouts for Red Sox pitchers over the last 3 innings. Dubron had 2 in the 4th inning, 2 in the 5th inning. Now Atchison, with the cut fastball, picks up the strikeout to start off the 6th inning.
One down in the 6th, and it brings up Brett Lawrie. On the corner for strike 1. Red Sox incidentally do have another Venezuelan-born pitcher on the staff, Franklin Morales, in the bullpen, also from Venezuela. On the corner again, same spot, 0-2.
Now Franklin Morales pitched very well in that ball game yesterday in Detroit.
One of the good things that came out of yesterday, along with Vicente Padilla's 4 innings of excellent work, and Atchison looking pretty good. Strikes out Lawrie, back-to-back Ks.
Talking about Morales in that ball game yesterday, and he was one of the bright spots for the Red Sox pitching staff. Facing fielder right there, getting him with a breaking ball, another breaking ball. Had that fastball working down and away to right-handers. Had a very good outing. And the last pitch, that cut fastball from Atchison to pick up the strikeout against Lawrie.
A pinch hitter coming up here for Rajai Davis, as Thames will pinch hit It's 2 for 11 to start the year. Davis had been 0 for 2, flying out and striking him. On the ground, Gonzalez a pick and flip off to Atchison for the out. Scott Atchison, a nice job. 1, 2, 3, 6 through 6. It's 2-1 Toronto.
Sox has endless opportunities to dine, play, thrill, relax, and of course, win. When you're here, you can be anyone. Foxwoods, anything but ordinary.
2-1, Blue Jays have the lead over the Red Sox as we enter the 7th inning. David Ortiz to lead it off in the 7th. As he takes strike 1, Eric Thames stays in the game. The pitch hit for Rajay Davis now in the left. And 41-year-old left-handed reliever Darren Oliver is into the game. His 3rd appearance of the season has not given up a run. And he's quickly ahead of Big Papi, 0-2. Darren Oliver mostly with the Rangers in his career and has been the last 2 years. But prior to that, he's been all over, and that includes a stint with the Red Sox back in 2002.
Well, if you're left-handed and you can pitch a little bit out of the bullpen, you're going to be around a long, long time. And Darren Oliver has been around a long time.
Ortiz kind of rolled his ankle, I think, or maybe fouled it off himself. He came awkwardly out of the box.
Sounded like it hit his foot. Yeah, right down on top of his right foot.
Well, coming up at the end of this half inning, Jamison Coyle in the Need to Know segment. Nesson Daly gets you ready for Bruins playoffs. Ortiz, Ross, and Sweeney to bat here in the 7th inning. Red Sox down by just a run. Ortiz opposite field and in for a base hit. David's 2nd hit of the night.
And once again, David Ortiz using the opposite field. This time he gets a breaking ball from Darren Oliver, and a great job keeping that front shoulder in and slapping that ball the other way for a base hit. Ortiz really swinging the bat well right now.
Seven for 15 to start the regular season for Ortiz. Lead runner on for the Red Sox for the first time in the game. As Cody Ross takes strike 1. It's 0-2. I remind you to be there for the first homestand of the season as the defending American League champion Texas Rangers visit Fenway Park for a 2-game series April 17th and 18th. The Oakland A's will visit Boston for the second homestand of the season April 30th, May 1st, and 2nd. Get your tickets now for both of these matchups at redsox.com/tickets. Ryan Sweeney, the former Oakland A, waiting on deck. Oliver pitching at 41 years old and a lot of appearances over the last few years. Mentioned the Rangers the last 2 years. He had 64 appearances in 2010, 61 last year out of the pen for the Rangers. Broke in initially with Texas back in 1993. Swing and a miss. Ross thought it hit the ground. He was trying to sell it to Marvin Hudson. But it's a strikeout for Oliver.
Well, the sales pitch did not work. It's the curveball from Oliver, and clearly caught by Aaron Sebia behind the plate before it did hit the ground.
One out, one on. And Ryan Sweeney, the batter, grounded out in the third inning, doubled in the fifth. Take strike one. Line foul. Red Sox were held off the board until the sixth inning with one out when Pedroia homered. Now they get the lead runner on, but there's one out here in the seventh inning. There goes Ortiz. There's a ball outside, and the throw. David will be out. Trying to steal second base. Ortiz thought he had the foot in. But Ted Barrett, second base umpire, says he's out number two.
Well, they were playing behind David Ortiz and not paying any attention to him. When you do that, you've got to get a bigger lead than what David had. Here's the throw to second base. Very close. Ortiz thought he had the foot in before the tag. And from that angle, looks like maybe he did. No argument from the Red Sox. Certainly one from Ortiz. He thought he was safe. Take a look at that front foot, the right foot. See if it hits the bag before the tag. Very close.
So the base is empty now, and it's 2-2. Sweeney lifts it foul and out of play. I want to remind you that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Playing on the home opener for the Toronto Blue Jays at the Rogers Center here in Toronto. It is a 2-1 advantage for the Blue Jays with two outs in the seventh, and a 2-2 pitch to Ryan Sweeney. It's foul again.
I don't have a problem at all with Ortiz going in that, Don, because they were playing behind him. The only problem I have is that the lead was not really big enough. He didn't have a couple of feet on the artificial surface, even with the man playing behind him. And that really was the difference at second base. You see where he is. The man is standing behind him right there, so he probably can't get any bigger lead than that.
He's had one stolen base in the last 3 seasons. And just tried for another.
The Red Sox have had a couple of close plays in this game that have not gone their way.
Sweeney strikes out, badly fooled on the pitch. It's 7th inning stretch. And it's 2-1 Toronto. Let's check in with your Need to Know with NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Jamison Coyle. Toronto as JP Arancibia leads it off for the Jays, and grounds went back up the middle. Pedroia moves over and makes a nice play to retire Arancibia. Catcher running there for the Jays. One down in the 7th. We're coming up immediately following the game tonight. Stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Eck, and Jenny. Eck will break down Felix Dubron's 2012 debut. You'll hear the starters' post-game comments, plus Jenny's conversation with Bobby Valentine as he gives you his thoughts on this series opener. It's all coming up after the game, and it's only on NESN. Scott Atchison has retired the first 4 Toronto Blue Jays he has faced in the game. Kobe Rasmus lifts it to shallow center, and Ellsbury takes care of out number 2. always enjoyed the pace that Atchison works at.
Well, he throws strikes. He works quickly. Keeps his infielders, outfielders involved. 5 very quick outs for him since coming in this ball game tonight.
Yunel Escobar is lined out to center. He's walked and scored and struck out last time up. Outside for strike 1. Cordero warming currently for the Toronto Blue Jays in the pen. Kind of the setup guy for Santos now is Justin Thomas, a left-hander in the Red Sox pen. That's strike, and Atchison's ahead 1-2. In case you missed any of this game, you can join us for the game summary. Next half inning, we'll get you caught up as Youkilis on the run. Not going to get there in time. Too much speed for Escobar, and it's a 2-out infield hit.
And now with 2 outs in the inning and Escobar at first base, I would certainly expect him to try to steal and get in scoring position ahead of Johnson. This little tap down that third base line and too much speed. Too far to go for Youkilis. The off balance throw to first base, not in time.
Kelly Johnson has been aboard 3 times. A walk, fielder's choice, and an RBI single. Yes, he takes ball 1.
Escobar does not have a steal on the season yet, but I would expect him to try.
Has to dive back this time. Not really a terrific percentage, just over half in his career. This is on the ground to Pedroia. He will go to first and end the inning. Atchison, 2 scoreless innings worth of work, has us through 7. Game summary will be coming up. Back at the Rogers Center in Toronto with a game summary. Anderson Alvarez, 6 innings, giving up just 1 run. He was very impressive. And on the other side, Felix Gibran in his first start in 2012 for the Red Sox, also very good. He gives up 2 runs. Only run for the Red Sox, a home run for Dustin Pedroia, his first of the year. Game summary brought to you by Xfinity. It's a 2-1 Toronto Blue Jays lead. Jared Saltalamacchia leads it off and takes strike 1 from the new Blue Jays pitcher Francisco Cordero. His 3rd appearance, a record. The opposition hitting at .444 in 2 innings of work for Cordero. This one is fouled off. A guy who is used to closing games, second among all active players in saves with 327, but these days he is setting up. Santos, who is a newcomer to the Blue Jays. Number 2 is in the dirt. Jared has lined out to center and grounded out to first. 0 for 2. From third comes Laurie on a foul fly, and he will almost make the play. Wow.
It looks like he got the glove on it as he leaned over toward all the cameras down in that pit down the third base line. As Laurie taking a peek, see how much room he's got, reaches over, and he did get a glove on it. So a break right there for Saltalamacchia. See if he can take advantage of it.
This one down by his shoe tops. I don't know how he got out of the way. 2-2.
A little bit high. You've got no chance of getting out of the way. That ball actually bouncing right at the feet of Saltalamacchia.
Saltalamacchia hit only 5 times in his career, able to elude that pitch. Waits on a 2-2. Strikes him out for the first out of the 8th. Third straight strikeout for Blue Jays pitching.
After the ball down and in, a fastball up and away, or sometime maybe not a fastball, might have been a changeup that time that got away. It looked like for Cordero a little bit. So it just kind of sailed up and away from Saltalamacchia.
One down in the 8th for Mike Aviles. And he'll look at strike 1. Cordero with 37 saves last year for the Cincinnati Reds. In Cincinnati the last 4 years. Off the end of the bat, a lot of spin on it to first, and Cordero covers 2 down. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of free checking. That's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. Cordero's got the first 2 outs of the 8th, and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Remember, Cordero saving games for the Texas Rangers. Most games he's ever saved in a year was for the Rangers. 2004, he had 49 saves. It's ball 1 to Jacoby Ellsbury. Line and caught for first base by Adam Lind. Fully outstretched at the line. A pretty play. 7.5 done. Little help from his friends for Francisco Cordero. It's 2-1 Toronto. Last half of the 8th inning, 2-1. Blue Jays holding on to a 1-run lead, and it's a pretty good defense turned in.
Well, look how close Adam Lind is to the line. A 1-run lead, trying to protect against the double. And Ellsbury about 2 steps out of the box, and he's out.
Fly ball to right field off the bat of Bautista, and it's caught out there by Sweeney. It's been an 0 for 4 night tonight for Bautista. Well, tonight after our Red Sox coverage, it's NESN Daily presented by Sun Life Financial with Jamison Coyle. You get a report from Bruins practice from Nowco as their Stanley Cup title defense begins Thursday against the Capitals. Plus NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell's decision on Sean Payton's appeal. Find out which former Celtic star is calling it quits. It's all coming up on NESN Daily tonight after our Red Sox coverage, only on NESN. More stuff coming on the field.
A lot of stuff on the field tonight.
Hello.
One out in the 8th. Edwin Encarnacion takes strike 1. You ever been part of a team that has placed a bounty on another player? We want to admit to it right now.
I must say, I've been on teams that, yes.
Yes.
Not a bounty, but we certainly knew we were going to hit a certain guy.
So I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody got paid for it.
You knew before the game that
somebody was going to get hit.
Somebody was going down, and you knew who that was.
Yes.
So maybe you should have been suspended. This is on the ground. Aviles is short. And there's 2 outs in the 8th. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Burger King. The proud sponsor of opening week baseball. Do you remember what year and what game and who you might have put the bounty on?
I can tell you a bounty that was put on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was the Red Sox that did it too. And
oh, you're an angel.
And I was an angel. Dick Williams had me squeezing in a game the night before when we had a pretty decent lead.
Wow.
And that didn't go over very well with the Red Sox. So Roger Moret tried to hit me with every single pitch he threw in my first at bat the next day.
Did he get you?
And he missed me every time.
Wow. But you don't care to clear up what game, maybe particular, what year you may have had a bounty on somebody else?
Oh, there's been many of them. Many of them. I don't think there was any payola involved, but just, you know.
So had there been cash handed off for this, do you think it would have been a bigger deal? Swing and a miss, and another very good inning for Atchison. Outstanding. 3 shutout innings for Atchison. It is Pedroia, Gonzalez, and Euclid coming up. Red Sox need a run. The Red Sox rotation. First start comes after 192 career relief appearances. Take on Kyle Drabeck for the Blue Jays. NESN's live coverage begins at 6 with Red Sox first pitch. So here we go. It is the 9th inning back at the Rogers Center. Opening night for the Blue Jays at home. And Dustin Pedroia to lead it off. And he lines it to left, down the line and into the corner. Over his Thames. Pedroia thinking two. Thames throw to second base is going to be close, but not in time. Pedroia able to dive in head first and safely a double to begin things in the 9th.
Well, that's the second time tonight Pedroia's really turned on an inside fastball. One from a home run, and now for a double to lead off the 9th. Look at that ball. That's about neck high inside. Looked like it might be close to second base, but that throws a little bit off, and Pedroia in with the double.
Single-handedly trying to get this done for the Red Sox. The closer, Sergio Santos, in his first attempt on Saturday, blew a save. He gave up a home run to Asdrubal Cabrera, so it's not been a great start for him in a Blue Jays uniform as the closer. And now he misses down and in, so Red Sox may be able to take advantage of this. It's his 3rd appearance. Last year appearing in Major League record 25 consecutive scoreless appearances, 26 2/3 to begin the year. Ball and a strike to Adrian Gonzalez.
Took a little something off that time, an off-speed pitch at Gonzalez, a little bit off balance.
Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. This one will get away, and Pedroia will hit for third base. A piece of the glove of Aaron Sebia. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and now Pedroia's at third.
See Aaron Sebia set up away, and that ball comes inside, so he has to reach across his body, and he cannot make the catch on it. So the Red Sox with an excellent opportunity here to tie this ball game up.
They charge Aaron Sebia with a pass ball.
Infield pulled in on the left side, a little bit deeper on the right side.
Time called. Alfredo Aceves getting ready in the pen. What an effort by Scott Atchison tonight. 3 shutout innings, giving up just 1 hit. Gonzalez fouls it off and evens the count at 2-2. Last year, this is one of Adrian's favorite spots. He had 471 here at the Rogers Center. Down and in.
And a nice block right there, too, by Aaron Sebia. That potential tying run at third base. It's a breaking ball from Santos. And he's able to slide over and knock it down. Didn't try to catch it, just block it.
Youkilis will be next in this top of the ninth. Gonzalez grounds it foul, and we'll do it again, 3-2. Pedroia 90 feet away with a tying run. 3-2 pitch. Gonzalez fights it off foul. Another 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, Dustin Pedroia back in the 6th inning with a home run. Hess and Hess Express, the proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2012 season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Well, he's doubled to begin the inning. Pass ball gets him to third. Gonzalez hits a high fly ball to left center field. Thames, the left fielder, is deep, makes the catch. Pedroia will tag, no throw, and the game is tied. The Red Sox tie it up 2-2 in the ninth. Second blown save and as many tries for Sergio Santos.
Well, when you're looking with a man on third base, you're looking for something up in the zone. And look at this pitch. Up at the top of the strike zone, Gonzalez, something he can lift in the air, and he gets it deep enough to left field to get the tying run home.
One out for Kevin Youkilis, and there's strike one. That was an 8-pitch at bat for Adrian Gonzalez before he was able to get the sac fly that ties the game.
Boy, you saw that Amica pitch zone. Everything had been down prior to that. The one pitch he gets up, Gonzalez gets the run home.
There's strike two. Youkilis didn't like it. Off to the right, foul. He's been operating at 95. And it hangs at 0-2. David Ortiz waiting on deck. One out, 9th inning, tie game now. Youkilis strikes out, and his tough start to the season continues. 0 for 12 to begin the year.
Looked like a slide at that time from Santos that was down and in on Kevin Youkilis. They wanted it away, but it stayed inside, but still no contact. Now it's power against power. Santos against Ortiz.
Into the shift go the Jays. Brett Laurie, the third baseman, is in short right field. David has 2 hits tonight, both singles, and they've both been to left field. One and one to Ortiz. And erases Henderson Alvarez from the decision in tonight's game. So it's 6 innings, giving up 1 run in his outing. It's away, and it's 2-1. Out of the Jays pen, Darren Oliver, a shutout inning, and Francisco Cordero, a shutout inning. He was impressive in the 8th, and wonder if he may not become the closer here at some point. So much success in the past for him, and setting up right now. 2-1. Just missed. 3-1.
Ortiz has seen all his pitches too. His fastball, his slider, and his changeup. That last fastball just missing down. It's like a 3-1 changeup.
And it's outside. Ball 4. He walks Ortiz. So a 2-out walk. Go ahead run is on base for Boston in the 9th. Cody Ross 1 for 3 in the game. He singled in the 5th. Here's ball 1. This big crowd, a sellout crowd tonight in Toronto on opening night for the Blue Jays to begin their home schedule. And they're pretty quiet right now. Red Sox have tied this game up 2-2. Swing and a miss. Tough pitch from Santos, and it's 1-1.
And Cody Ross saw quite a few breaking ball sliders in that series against the Tigers, and a very good slider right there from Santos.
Swinging a foul tip off Aaron Sebia. Santos ahead 1-2.
And that was not a good slider. That was one right down the middle of the plate, but foul back by Cody Ross.
Two down and the 9th. David Ortiz at first in a tie game. And this crowd loud again. Two and 2. Cody Ross with a single back in the 5th, a 1 for 3 night. Red Sox are now out hitting the Blue Jays 6-5 in the game as they have just tied the game 2-2. Full count. Patient at bat for Cody Ross.
And certainly helps. The 3-2 count gets Ortiz off at first base. Anything in a gap, he's got a chance.
Ball 4, and into scoring position goes David Ortiz. Back-to-back walks given up by Santos.
Donnell McDonald heading into second base to pinch run for David Ortiz now that he is in scoring position.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Kia Motors, Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org. And by Sullivan Tire. Go ahead run in scoring position for the Red Sox with Darnell McDonald pinch running with 2 outs in the 9th. Cody Ross at first base. Back-to-back walks given up by Santos. And Ryan Sweeney coming up. Sweeney grounded out in the 3rd. He doubled to left in the 5th. And then struck out swinging in the 7th. Ground ball right side into right field, a base hit. McDonald will be sent. Bautista's throw is on the way, and McDonald will get in safely. Red Red Sox take the lead. Ross will stop as it's backed up and thrown away again, but no further advance. But in from second base is Darnell McDonald. The throw from Bautista was on line, but Arancibia couldn't come up with it. The Red Sox take the lead.
Yeah, they make a good throw here. They got Darnell McDonald at home plate. Sweeney with the big base hit. But watch the throw. It's got to come in and bounce a couple of times. And that second bounce just eats up Arancibia. Darnell McDonald scores. Red Sox have the lead. 2 bounces. It seemed like, from that distance, it was going to be at least all the way in the air, or at least 1 bounce. He just made a bad throw on that, and the Red Sox will certainly take it.
So now a chance to obtain some insurance second and third with 2 outs for Jared Saltalamacchia. Sweeney moved up on the throw to the plate. Jared off to a 1-for-10 start, 0-for-3 in the game tonight. Here's strike 1 from Santos.
Walks really hurt Santos in this inning. The walk to David Ortiz, the walk to Cody Ross, and then Sweeney with the big base hit.
And you got to credit the guy that usually gets it started. Dustin Pedroia got the inning started with a double. It's outside, 1-1. The home run in the 6th inning to give the Red Sox their first run. La Luna. And then the double in the 9th, and he scores the Red Sox second run to tie the score. Now they lead it 3-2. Saltalamacchia fouls it off. Could use a base hit right here.
2 big plays for Dustin Pedroia, up and in on a home run for Pedroia, and another pitch about neck high to start this inning off to get the double to give the Red Sox an opportunity here in the 9th. That ball was almost at his chin.
That's not close. 2-2. He's got away. th pitch of the inning for the closer for the Jays. Fouled off. Well, this is the part of the game, Jerry, that has been unsure for the Red Sox, having a lead late in the game and thinking about the closing situation.
Well, I'll tell you what, a base hit here would take a lot of pressure off right now, give the Red Sox a comfortable lead, which they've had in the past.
Yes. Yesterday.
But they'd like to have another one tonight.
Brett Laurie is scheduled to lead it off. Eric Thames and then J.P. Arancibia, 6, 7, and 8 for the Jays in the bottom of the 9th. Here's a 2-2. And it'll get away. Over towards the Red Sox dugout and into it. Ross will score. And the Red Sox do get an insurance run on top now, 4-2. Wild pitch for Santos.
Santos has been all over the place. That slider not even close that time. And getting away from Arancibia. There's the breaking ball down and in. Arancibia has to deflect off his elbow, it looked like, and into the Red Sox dugout.
So Sweeney gets to third. Saltalamacchia with a full count. And another foul. Down and in. Third walk given up by Santos in the inning. This big crowd letting him have it right now.
Yeah, they have changed their attitude in a hurry.
John Farrell headed to the mound. Red Sox have scored 3 times here in the 9th. Jays had the lead coming into the inning, but it's a whole new ball game now. And that'll do it for Sergio Santos. 4-2 Red Sox on top. 8th inning. It's after he had homered in the 6th inning. This double gets it started. And then it was Ryan Sweeney who drives in the go-ahead run. The Red Sox all part of a 3-run 9th inning as Darnell McDonald gets in. He was pinch running for David Ortiz. Here's Aviles grounding one to short. Escobar will touch second to end the inning, but the damage is done. The Red Sox score 3 times in the inning, have a 4-2 lead. Alfredo will get another shot to give the Red Sox their first win. Show. They'll look forward to Daniel Bard's first major league start. Don't miss it. Beginning tomorrow morning at 6 right here on Nesson and on 93.7 FM WEEI. Last half of the 9th inning back at the Rogers Center in Toronto. Red Sox have a 4-2 lead. The closer, Alfredo Aceves, into the game. His 3rd appearance. Numbers are tough to look at in the ERA. Uncomputable at the moment. Aceves, the 3rd arm used tonight. Can't forget about the job that Scott Atchison did. 3 shutout innings, giving the Red Sox a chance to do what they just did.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding by Atchison tonight, and also very good by Dubron.
One is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Brett Lawrie leads it off. A 1-for-3 night for the Jays' 3rd baseman. Franklin Morales in case. Bobby Valentine asked about Aceves before the game about what he's doing wrong or his thoughts. Things have happened so quickly to Aceves, it's tough to really tell. You know, because there's not much of a sample. I mean, everything's happened in like 9 pitches.
Exactly. What, 9 or 10 pitches on the season?
All of it. 14 to be exact. Seems like 9, but who's counting?
Somebody was.
Somebody did. My good friend Jim White. Two to Lawrie. On the ground softly to Aviles. Tough hop. The throw is just in time. 1 down in the 9th.
Aceves going to the breaking ball that time. The slider. The result, the ground ball to Aviles at shortstop. After all fastballs, there's the breaking ball and a good one. Away.
One out in the 9th inning. And here's Eric Thames, who took over for Rajai Davis in the 6th inning. Grounded out, his only at bat tonight. Swing and a miss. That combination tonight, Felix Dubron, 5 innings, 2 runs, no decision. Scott Atchison, those 3 innings. And a chance for a victory out of the pen. The Red Sox scored 3 times in the top of the 9th. Popped up, foul, and out of play. 95 from Aceves. The first 2 outings for Aceves, he did not retire a batter. He was suffering the blown save yesterday in Detroit. Came into the 9th, and that was a 3-run pad at the time, 10-7. There were 2 singles and a game-tying home run to Miguel Cabrera before leaving the game. It was all very quick. Ahead 1-2. line foul out of play. Anxiously looking on as the Red Sox try to grab their first win. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A pitch up. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and there's 2 outs.
That's something you like to see, especially at the end of the game. Strikeouts. Keep the ball out of play. Nothing bad can happen on a strikeout.
6 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching. In fact, the Blue Jays have had just 1 hit since the 5th inning. 2 down in the 9th, and it's J.P. Arancibia. And it's strike 1 to Arancibia. He struck out in the 3rd. He walked in the 4th, grounded out in the 7th. Tried to hold up. I think he went. No, says Tim McClellan. So able to hold up is Arancibia. Count evens at 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Alfredo Aceves getting Brett Lord to ground out to short. Strikes out Eric Thames and is ahead of Arancibia 1-2. Fouled back and he stays alive.
One thing that Aceves has done in this game tonight so far, mixed up his pitches. It's not just all fastballs. He's going to the curveball. He's going to the changeup. He's going to the slider.
Trying to get his 5th career save. Here's a 1-2. Chop towards short. Aviles on the high hop's got to hurry. The throw is there, and the Red Sox win. First win of 2012 for the Boston Red Sox. As they come from behind tonight, Bobby Valentine enjoys his first win as the skipper of the Boston Red Sox. So the Red Sox finally getting their first victory after a tough weekend in Detroit and a tough night tonight until they're able to break through in the 9th inning. And the spark plug again, Jerry, Dustin Pedroia.
Well, he did it again offensively tonight, but you really got to hand it to the pitching, I think, tonight, Don. The fact that Dubron did a very good job in his first start. Atchison outstanding, and Aceves getting the job closing it out. And the Red Sox finally get their first win of the season after a frustrating and heartbreaking loss yesterday.
Well, the save of the game, Bob's Discount Furniture will be going to bat again for the Jimmy Fund this season. Bob's Discount Furniture will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon for every game saved. Save more at Bob's Discount Furniture. Visit mybobs.com for more on great deals for your home. So the Red Sox able to come away with the victory tonight, their first of the year, as they win 4-2. For Jerry Remy and Jenny Dell, I'm Don Orsillo. Say good night from Rogers Center in Toronto. It's time now for Tom Caron. TC?